I'm Lillian Ray, and coming up on this month's edition of Monthly Maine, we look at an event that aimed to make prom more affordable for some local students, revisit an award-winning segment on the OHS chorus, preview a new WROR-TV documentary, and see what one student has learned through his experience with the peer inclusion team. Stay tuned, you're watching WROR-TV.
We'll cover all your favorite sports on O-Town
and update you on the latest Oviedo news.
And there's even more on social media.
No matter where you are, we got you covered because this is WROR-TV.
Hey Oviedo, prom may be more than a month away, but many young ladies have already been shopping for just the right dress. However, the cost for those dresses can get expensive. That's why this month, one local organization sought to provide dresses at a reduced rate. Reporter Delaney Warner has more on the motive behind this particular dream.
As the end of the school year quickly approaches, prom shopping is at the forefront of many high school upperclassmen minds.
Prom, you have to first of all get your ticket, which could get up to $100, and then you have to get corsages, maybe you want to get a limo or something, and then you have to get your dress and your shoes and your jewelry. Some girls get their nails and their hair done. So I think especially for girls it can get really expensive, and then for the dress in itself to be up to $600, it's really bad.
Kaylee's Dream Foundation offers a solution with their event, Kaylee's Closet. With a minimum of a $20 donation, students are able to get the prom dress of their dreams.
There's nothing better than to watch them check out, walk out the door with the dress in hand, and you've accomplished what you hoped was you matched that girl to a dress, and hopefully the memories will be made at prom then.
When I got to try on my dress, I had other girls helping me and encouraging me and giving me options, so it was just really special. It makes you feel welcome.
While many girls are dreaming of their prom night in the next couple of months, one special girl's lifelong dreams were cut short just a few years ago. Kaylee Otis sadly passed away in a car crash in 2013. Kaylee was a member of the Alpha Delta Pi sorority here at UCF, as well as a Lake Mary graduate.
So that's something you would never dream you'd have to go through, your 19-year-old daughter passing away. So for us, she's always that 19-year-old.
Kaylee's Dream Foundation hosts many events to help honor her legacy, such as Cheerfest, the KDF Golf Tournament, and of course, Kaylee's Closet.
And even if she can't live out her dreams, maybe with the money that we raise, we can provide scholarships and grants to students, organizations, and help those students live out, their dreams.
It's something that's really loving and genuine, and it does teach people how something that can be, hard and difficult and bad that can happen in life can turn into something really beautiful. And it honors her message, it honors her vision, it honors who she was as a person and everything she loved, and it gets other girls to come together and make friends and support one another.
Even 10 years after Kaylee's passing, her family continues to carry on her legacy. For WROR-TV, I'm Delaney Warner reporting.
You may have noticed some new displays around campus this month. The Black Student Union commemorated Black History Month with posters, flags, and artwork around campus this year. The club also held a showcase and basketball jamboree event for the first time ever. We spoke with one of the club officers about the role that the Black Student Union plays on campus.
This is our second year being here at Oviedo High School, and so for that reason we really wanted to push events this month and this year just so we can say that we're present, we're here, and just be able to share who we are. We're just hoping that students will remain active because we don't have a large community of Black people or people of color here in Oviedo, and so it's being able to bring them together into the club just so that they're able to know that we're here and that they have a place to come. A huge part of Black culture is the feeling and that feeling of community and things like that.
If you're interested in joining, the Black Student Union meets in Mrs. Finnegan's room, Building 8, room 220. And now for a bit of a rewind back to the holidays, we recently learned that our social media team won second place in the nation for their mobile journalist package on Chorus's participation in Disney's Candlelight. The segment didn't make it onto our previous edition of the Monthly Maine, as it was intended for social media, but we have a policy of always spotlighting our national awards on this program. Let's go to reporter Caroline Krivonos.
The graceful fingers of a piano player. An enthusiastic director and a choir full of singing children is what you should expect to see when you walk into the choir room after school. This year, our Oviedo Choir was chosen as one of the choirs that will sing at Disney's Candlelight Procession.
Candlelight is a show that Disney produces. It runs from Thanksgiving weekend all the way through New Year's. We were selected as an honor choir this year, which means we were one of the top 15 choirs in the 6 counties that surround Disney. It's kind of validation that, we're doing something right here.
To Mr. Schultz and the members of the choir, the time and effort dedicated shows.
We have had rehearsal 3 times a week after school since August for all these kids to learn the 14 songs that they're going to be performing at Candlelight.
It's a great way for all the choirs to come together and sing, ranging from freshmen to seniors, and it's a great way to connect.
As the season goes on, we wish the choir luck at their future performances. For WROR-TV, I'm Caroline Krivenos, reporting.
And now for a quick commercial break. And now we go from one previous contest entry into a couple more recent ones. February is contest season for our program, and one major competition at the district level recently wrapped up. Peyton Kane is in the studio to explain Leadership Seminole and preview WROR-TV's most recent documentary.
Every year, an organization called Leadership Seminole sponsors an annual video contest among all the high schools in Seminole County. For years, this contest involved creating videos promoting a special program called Keys to Character. But in more recent years, the prompts have centered around other topics, like principles of the U.S. Constitution or unity and togetherness. This year's prompt was to focus on the qualities of a good leader. In reflecting on leadership, we thought about how younger, elementary-age kids look up to and think about their leaders in their lives. Here's a short selection from our production where some of the local elementary students provide their insights.
They need to, be like courageous. Because sometimes things are going to happen where you're going to be scared of something, but you still have to do it anyway,
I think you need to have responsibility and grit. Like, you shouldn't give up no matter what.
Even these kids find themselves in situations that require them to be leaders to others.
So I had to be a leader to a team before, and it made me feel responsible and strong.
A friend who was scared to do something, and I helped her conquer that fear, and it made me feel like she was able to do something and I was teaching her to be a leader someday.
You can see the full documentary on our YouTube channel, and we'll premiere in full on WROR-TV after spring break. While WROR-TV has won first place in the 2 most recent contests held in 2020 and 2022, the goal of our production each year is always to open the door to new insights on the given prompt. When we get a chance to show you it, I hope you'll find that this year's production meets that standard. I'm Peyton Kane. Now let's head back over to Lillian.
Finally, at the beginning of the month, the Florida Scholastic Press held their annual Quick Turn contests. Submissions had to be produced within 5 days based on a given prompt. For this year's broadcast package category, we see reporter Kaylin Herbett answer the question of how a student learned something new.
There will always be a place for people with kind hearts, and through the Peer Inclusion Program, a junior at Oviedo High School has used his kind heart to learn the skills necessary to work with and encourage students with disabilities.
Every day I walk into the classroom and they come give me a hug, say my name. It's just it's nice to feel like I'm making a difference on somebody's life. You have to have patience with them in a way. You can't jump to conclusions or get too upset with them. So there's a lot of curbs, and they're all very different. There's a lot of trial and error when you're kind of trying to figure out how to communicate with each individual.
The attributes taught through this program span much farther than the classroom and has allowed Charlie to learn some important life skills that will stay with him throughout his future endeavors.
It's going in there and having to, compose yourself with everything that's going on outside of it, like during the school day. It can be a lot, but you figure it out.
Not every single person you work with or have to deal with is going to be just like you. So Charlie is able to take all of these skills and say, hey, I can work with all kinds of people.
With all the challenges that life brings, it's not every day that a student helps others in need, but when they do, it leaves a lifelong effect.
9 times out of 10, you're wrong about what you first initially think about somebody, especially when it comes to those kids that aren't neurotypical. You learn a lot about yourself when you reach out to people like that.
By learning to lend a hand to students with unique needs, Charlie has made a lifelong difference to his fellow students, and for himself, discovered what it's like to be a true friend. For WROR-TV, I'm Kaylin Herbett.
That's it for our look back at the month of February. We have only a handful of days until exams and then a well-deserved break. Next month, WROR-TV will be traveling to the Student Television Network Convention, so we'll show you some of what we produce on site in Long Beach, California. Hopefully your March truly does come in like a lion, and we'll see you back here then.